Stream up.
Alright. So, for a quick recap, last episode was taking down a Cybermen and exploring a lot of the TARDIS. More of doing so. Doing some investigation, finding some silly t-shirts, and just overall, figuring out what to do next after the horrible realization that the Doctor actually can be affected by the stuff that the party says and does.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Also, for everyone's convenience, because I've never really described these objects, I'm more or less, like I've said, vague phrasing about them. I have recently I need to update the descriptions for a couple of your guys' objects. Chiefly, I've actually figured out what the yo-yo looks like. I did some deep diving on the wiki. Apparently, it is actually a yellow yo-yo with sort of green stripes on it. So I've sent an image of this to Jen, but reasonably speaking, this does not matter in the grand scheme of things. I just thought it was an interesting fact. But, regardless of everything. So, basically, sorry, my brain is completely dead.
It's alright.
My brain is having a late start. So, last where we left off, you guys were planning on heading back into the painted world to do some more things there. And hopefully figure out if you guys could, see about fixing whatever it is you guys broke. Or accomplishing something there, and maybe that would help along the process of fixing the Doctor from whatever state that he has ended up in due to the issue with the yo-yo.
Mm-hmm.
And getting back there, it's pretty easy, though I would ask once again, did you guys remember to bring the rings, and are they still equipped on your characters for those who had them?
I'll be completely honest. Out of character, I completely forgot we had the rings on. But I mean, I don't think we would have taken them off, so.
It's possible that we just didn't take them off.
Alright, I'm just making sure, because if you do not have those, you guys cannot go back until the situation is done. So, do keep in mind, if I know everyone wants to finish it or rather, I offered some cool stuff if you guys finished it in one go. However, this does not mean that this is a challenge the party has to take with, to the letter. You are still allowed to, exit the world, have a break, and then come back in and just futz around with the TARDIS for a while if you guys would like. Just keep that in mind. I'm more meaning if you guys aren't focused. I'm just meaning if you guys want to hard focus this one, you may want to take breaks.
I mean, we're gonna have to hard focus it for what we want to do.
That is fair. I'm just saying you are allowed to leave and take breaks in the TARDIS, so.
Okay.
You can hard focus the scenario, but you guys do not have to hard focus staying in the painted world, because you are effectively staying in a world that has, medieval levels of technology in varying places, so. Do keep that in mind in terms of, what you guys are doing. So. Try and get my brain back on track with this. Also, last note before everyone heads in there. So, basically, I've updated the rules in terms of what the Doctor's HP is like. I still need to finish the document. But I do have the rules written down somewhere. It is just a matter of putting them on the Roll20.
Alright.
So that they're accessible to everybody. Do keep in mind that currently they are at 5 HP, so keep that in mind.
Please be careful.
Also, yes, please be careful.
Do not kill the Doctor.
Last thing before we go, or before I get started, you guys are allowed to call NPCs into the painted world. However, and I will warn you guys of this, calling them into the painted world could have unforeseen or interesting effects.
Unforeseen and interesting effects, he said?
Yes.
What do you like what do you mean? Do they start glowing?
It's more so well, in the painted world there are you cannot call NPCs from the outside unless they willingly enter the painting.
Oh,
So
okay.
you may end up with the painting's equivalent of an NPC. Or something similar.
I mean, it's up to you guys if you want to bring an NPC from the outside into the painting.
Yeah, because you do have an NPC that you guys can call. However, I will warn you that,
Danger.
the ability... Danger, yeah. But if everyone is ready, we can resume what was going on with that. I will actually set up the map and stuff for that. I will once again apologize for my somewhat terrible drawing skills. I'm not good at map making.
Hun, your art is amazing. Stop dissing yourself.
I mean, I'm not good at maps. And the map is fairly stretched. What the hell had happened to my map? So... Right, I'm going to open my, my painting software, because I've got a better version of this map. I'm not using the map that you guys have actively, because... Bluff ending.
I mean,
not good.
If you... Hun, after game, if you want, I can give you access to my incarnate to borrow. Wouldn't be the first time I shared it with DM.
I tried importing it into incarnate, and it went horribly. I do have an incarnate made map of this world. It's just a different map of the world that I... Actually, it's a smaller map. You know, I'll go import that map. Give me like 5 minutes. I'll switch the map I'm using.
Okay.
Okay.
Why was the map set to the token layer? What the hell? Okay.
Weird.
So, you guys would once again, upon entering the painting, you guys would find yourselves not in the room with Eris, but back in the city.
You're back into the city?
Well, you're back within, you're back in the city. Again. Same, classic medieval city.
Alright.
You guys would kind of be, basically you'd start off there, and then the entire world would spin, and then you'd be back in that one room. Kind of like you note that during this process,
like a loading screen.
Yeah, basically a loading screen. It's like, you hover above it for a while, then you guys get dropped down into it, almost like it's trying to place where you guys last were. This thing works very much like a video game, and I'm bad at describing things. As stated, slow start on brain.
You're all good, hun.
Brain has left DM mode. I'm trying to return it to DM mode. So, you guys do find yourself back through a series of shenanigans and basically no clipping through the floor, back in the room with Eris.
Percy would just kind of shake his head.
Bizarre.
Just like, okay, that was weird coming back in. Hello again.
Yes.
I'm not. Jonathan would just look at Percy as like, this thing's like a video game. Holy crap.
What is a video game? Just Eris.
I wouldn't worry about it.
You see, a video game, it's a thing you play. It's on a little, device thing.
Okay, so you're just all artificers. Gotcha.
He is, not me.
So you then a ranger, I'm assuming. You've got a bow.
Why
is he the only one with a weapon? Are the rest of you just stupid?
I have a weapon. Jonathan pulls out the, t-shirt cannon.
Okay, so you are an artificer. Just looking at gun and kind of pointing it away from her. Then she'll look at Jin.
And
He'll flex and say, "These are my weapons."
Don't let him fool you. He's more of a magic type.
Really?
Doesn't act it at times, but I can vouch for him. He's pretty good.
That is fair. No, I do suppose punching someone can be very effective.
If you're doing it right, yeah.
So either a very strange monk or a very overconfident wizard. I do not know which.
Out of character, who are they talking about?
Jin.
Oh, okay.
They're trying to size up what classes each of you guys are.
She completely got me wrong. I'm a fucking rogue, and she thought I was a ranger.
Totally a monk. The Shaolin style sailor.
Yeah, he's totally a monk.
Jonathan, you're not helping.
To be fair, I'm used to dealing with a chaotic individual. Anyways.
Understandable.
I'm not capable of really anything special. That's why I carry around these devices.
Yeah, you are, dude. You make some cool sounds sometimes when you're like screaming for your life.
You realize the mind is the greatest weapon in the world, right?
No.
Just looking at Jonathan. I know people who can literally use their combined knowledge to hurl fire at things.
Yeah, that is fair. I mean, I do make things, and so it often becomes very useful for the party.
Yes, making things is a strength and a special ability.
So.
Above table. Do not tell someone that in the world like this that intelligence cannot be a weapon. Because how D&D wizards work is literally hurling knowledge into a ball and causing explosions. Effectively.
Pretty much.
Like, fireball is literally, okay, how much magic... Alright, it's time to conjure something, and then, like, conjuring a massive, just, explosion. Okay, so... Basically... I've been doing some more tracking. In, where we are, in Glen, there are a couple things that we could go and pursue.
I think you might have cut out for me, host.
I'm pretty sure that was only you.
It was only me?
Yeah, I heard him just fine.
God damn it.
So... I'm going to pull up the Glen map for the Roll20 and... try and see if I can get a screenshot. Basically, she'll pull out a country map, which is a significantly smaller map. So, from what I'm understanding, you guys are looking to get... What are you guys exactly looking for here? Like, I know we're investigating the dragons. So, I think... Basically, NPC is trying to figure out which dialogue to use.
Makes sense. Also, sorry, just freaking brother just gave me a heart attack by fucking full force jumping right above my head over in the room above.
Yikes.
Thanks, Cole.
So, I have figured out that apparently these dragons you're looking for have decided that they wish to group together in a few different locations. Yes.
Anything in particular about each dragon that grouped together?
Not exactly, just, you know. Dragons are really rare to group together, honestly. They usually play alone, unless it's like mating season, but in which case, 3 is rare. Or king, it really depends. Just
They
thinking.
could be plotting to unify their power to bring about the end of the Age of Men.
Don't slap him in
mean,
the
So,
head. Don't slap him in the
dragons
head.
cre-
Don't slap him in the head.
Dragons created the Age of Men. Why would they break it? Just looking very confused.
Why else would they group up? What other reasons could they have to group up besides plotting against everybody else?
They could send something. They could sense that something could be off.
They could be hiding.
Yeah.
You know what? There's like
They
11.
know Percy's coming.
Out of character, what?
I mean, there's like what 11 of these things.
They could be any one of us in this room.
Technically yes, but
Yes.
technically no. I mean, I could dispel magic right now and destroy the building if you really want to start talking about polymorph, but
Let's not.
Probably shouldn't, no?
she nods. So, the closest group does seem to be actually quite close to Rune.
Really?
Yes, the Gloaming Woods area, sort of north of town. Bit of a dangerous place. More spooky than dangerous, so.
Sounds like fun.
Until you get sucked into the Feywild, yeah. So the Gloaming Woods is sort of like one of those ancient wood forests that sort of, you know, it's an ancient forest. Now,
Full of curses and wild magic and shit.
it's better not be full of wild magic. If another one of the guild members is fucking around, I'm going to kick someone's ass.
You
That's not
shrugged.
easy to fix. Likewise, magic isn't exactly an easy thing to conjure. Above table, easy thing to conjure. I more mean fey trickery.
Understandable.
You know, lure you off into the dark and steal your name type thing.
Oh yeah.
Or your face. Or if you're a sprite, probably both.
That's terrifying.
It is. Let me think. Honestly, how we approach this is realistically up to you. Though I will warn you that the woods are, you know, known for nighttime creatures to be out no matter what time of day it is.
Like what kind of creatures? Other than,
Yeah.
Fae.
I mean, you do get the standard vampires or other such, or will-o-wisps or undead. Though those usually end up staying away. Though we haven't had any necromancer problems lately, so I think the undead might be down. Especially considering the paladins have been, you know, running around lately.
That's fair.
I mean, she thinks for a bit. I'll roll her a history. I mean, I don't think there's anything else there that could really be a problem.
Alright.
At least not, you know, a problem if you're clever. I don't know, unless of course you all want to, you know, go alone.
I don't think we should go alone. We're still pretty new to the continent.
That is fair. Well, I'm going to be downstairs. And if you need any supplies, just ask. I can easily send someone. Or alternatively, since I do suppose I've been working on getting things around while you guys have been off doing whatever it is you do outside. I could see if the resources are together to, actually go on the track. Oh, considering it's not too far outside the Blue Mist, I don't think it's a problem.
We'll see. We'll go ahead and discuss.
I'll leave you to it, and she'll walk out.
Should we take count of what we have and what we might possibly need?
Might be a good idea.
Absolutely.
I mean, I assume we're gonna need. Out of character, did we need food last time?
No.
You guys made food.
We should just make we should just buy a bunch of health potions, just stock it up. We don't need anything else.
Do we even have money that'll work in here, my dude?
We can always rob someone.
We are not fucking. Look, just because I can pickpocket doesn't mean I'm going to. I would like to not get chased out of the city.
We should go back to that road we came in on, and you should rob those people we got greeted by when we first came here. And once they showed us the town, they'd never expect it.
Ah, yes, lovely idea. Go after the people who are fully armored, and I'm low-key sure maybe angels.
Oh no, one of them grew wings and flew off. You're definitively sure they're angels. But fair.
Either that, or we go make good, honest work out of whatever we're doing here and make some money the good way.
Out of character, wasn't that the entire reason why we went to the guild? Or to the Adventurers Guild, so we can make some money?
Yep.
Let's go kill some slimes.
Slime's like the most generic RPG enemy ever.
Boy, out of character, don't.
I'm pretty sure they're the type of enemy we could just kick.
If we're gonna kill things like that, we should probably look for quests or something.
Out of character, don't fucking diss slimes. They will eat you alive.
I was gonna say, if you really want me to, I can pull out a gelatinous cube and I can show you how terrifying slimes are when they're ready to melt your face off.
They're terrifying.
I'm pushing Jonathan inside.
Also, we literally were just saying we eat. She said that she could help us with supplies. So.
To
remind everyone of the premise of this particular area, basically, Eris is trying to find these particular dragons to learn what's like troubling them, because it seems like they're all like. They all seem to be running and hiding in their dens. They don't seem like, and dragons just out and about flying around is like a rare thing.
I think I lost you again, I'm sorry. I didn't hear anything that you just said.
Basically, Eris said that she's looking for these dragons and looking to like have an expedition to figure out what's going on with them. And she's the expedition leader, and she's willing to pay you guys to go on the expedition and provide supplies. So, you guys can ask her for supplies.
Oh, I see.
However, she has warned that it will take out of your pay. Though, considering that it would get you guys to figure out what's going on, considering like, you know, the doctor's the one who was there, like, talking to you when the dragon showed up, you know, might be a good idea to look into this too.
Yeah, especially since, you know, there's apparently 12 of them.
Well, there's 11 of them. But
sorry.
Yes. No, there's 12. Fuck, my brain forgot about one particular entity. Don't mind me. Why do I always forget that?
Out of character, I forgot about that character too.
What? I don't know why I forget about him. He's one of my favorites. Anyway. Possibly. But let's bring it back into character.
Sorry, hon. Basically, there's a there's potions and stuff. Out of character, did we get hungry in here last time, or did what we eat outside just sate us the entire time?
Out of character, you guys do get hungry in here. However, what you eat outside does tend to sate you for however long it would on average.
If need be, I can hunt for food, but I don't know what the hunting laws are out here.
I mean, you could ask. You're in a tavern of adventurers, if anyone knows these guys.
That's fair. Percy would go ahead and ask. It's just like, hey, we're kind of new in town, and we're looking about possibly getting some food. What are the hunting laws around here?
I mean, if the king thinks he can put laws on hunting, then I'm gonna have a fucking problem.
Well, I just want to make sure.
Just, you know, don't hunt anything that doesn't... Just don't hunt anything that looks like it's, you know, diseased. Actually, kill something that looks diseased, but, like, you know...
Don't eat it?
Just... Yeah, don't eat it. Just, you know... Don't be like one of those idiots, like, in the fur trade that just decides to kill, you know, whatever it is, just because they, you know, it's worth a lot. Take what you need for your supplies. Just, you know, there's no laws stopping you from taking more. Just, you know, don't just kill all the deer in the woods.
Right.
There's no real law against it. It's just, you know, irresponsible.
Of course.
I.e., hunting laws do not exist here. Anything
Use
is fair
fucking
game.
common sense.
Yeah, just use common sense.
Indeed.
Indeed. Actually, if you're looking for something fun to hunt,
It's a giant.
I cannot hear Jonathan. He cut out. Guess my internet died.
No, he cut out for me too.
He did.
Do you repeat that, Jonathan?
I said we're hunting a behemoth. I knew it.
What now?
I mean, behemoths don't tend to wander around here or up here much. I suppose if you go to the mountains and find a deep enough cave.
I'd rather keep my head.
I mean, if you're looking for something fun to hunt, though, you go up north to Arnstead. Griffon season's about to start opening up. Those fuckers are about to come down from the mountain. That's some pretty fun hunting.
Anybody got a shotgun with some bird shot?
I mean, I have a t-shirt cannon. I don't know if that would actually do anything. And paint.
Percy just holds up his bow and just kind of glares at the two of you.
I don't know.
Very good.
I guess
Very
my
good.
paintballs can be somewhat effective, but it won't be able to kill them.
I mean, paint would more tick it off if you anything. I'd say the bow is more effective.
Should make like a trank dart. Imagine if we shot one of these down and took it back as a pet.
Fucking
I
don't.
mean,
Out character, don't tempt me.
I mean, if you get, I mean, the guy thinks for a bit. I mean, if you find a mother and get some eggs and steal it from the nest, I mean, the guard around here will pay good money, so will Arnstead. They raise the
If
griffins
there's-
for knights.
If there's a weaponsmith anywhere or a gunsmith, I can buy a gun from them.
Oh my god, let's go
What?
find a mama.
The guy's gonna look at you dead in the face and go, "The fuck's a gun?"
Forgive him.
It
He
stands for.
gets really, really crazy ideas.
No, it's fair. It's just, you know, if you got, you know, like if you were looking for like technology, I'm not an artificer. I'm a ranger. I just patrol.
I need to find out who these artificers are.
John, you should invent firearms in this world and give it to everybody, then become like the
God, dude.
richest person here.
Oh, I absolutely would if I had the materials for it.
Alright, let's go take over a town.
Oh my god, you guys.
Harris
Come
just
on.
walks up. I take it these two are the murder hobos.
Or she's just gonna groan. Trust me. I'm surprised I don't have gray hairs with these guys yet.
Believe me, if they keep stressing you out, you may actually start.
Ugh.
I came back to check. Basically, supplies and stuff are ready. Though, a quick word of warning for both of you. Or rather, not word of warning. If you want to talk to artificers, why not try the Mages Guild at the castle?
Yo, Mages Guild?
Though they won't let you in unless you can have some form of magical aptitude. As much as I hate to say it, they're a bit, interesting.
He just looks to Jin. It's just like, I think it may be your time to shine, man.
I don't
Well,
know.
though your friend's, cannon would actually be very impressive to them. Thinking
We should
about
shoot
this
them in
is
the
very
face
nice.
with it.
My cannon?
Yeah.
What about my cannon?
It's very interesting.
Oh, would they do anything with my cannon?
I mean, they may ask for blueprints, but beyond that, I highly doubt it. They try. The rule with the Mages Guild is that usually most keep themselves. They're like the ultimate introverts.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't have blueprints for this thing. I literally found this. So they would have to make the blueprints themselves.
Are you sure you want to give something like that to them, though? Isn't that from, like,
I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure they'd pay good money, but that's from your outside place. Outside place things should probably stay outside.
Agreed.
Fair enough.
I think of it this way. This world is built on imagination itself. So, someone made all of this into existence out of either boredom, want to do something, or just for fun. Whatever you bring here will be added to that.
Meaning
So,
that
new
there
concepts, inventions, things
Dude.
like that.
So like
So
if
we
I
should
brought
keep
a
the
book
thing
about,
hidden. I get you.
if I brought a book about politics into this world, the world would
Please
just adopt
don't.
it, and then we would have a whole.
I mean, not exactly. The politicians of the world already have their own views.
I'm ready to see a fantasy Cold War.
Jin!
Have you looked around between the three brothers? There's already one going on.
You know, he pauses for a minute, he looks around, and he's like, "Is that why the sun's shining?"
Oh my god. He just
Please tell me that's a Dark Souls reference. I forget, like,
That's a heckin' Dark Souls reference, I'm pretty sure.
Bro, I'm over here like, I'm just sad that there wasn't three brothers.
okay. Crash course on Galen's history. Currently, because the last king passed on, his current heirs are split between who should rule the country. Caiceus, the rune's ruler, was the one that was named the heir, but he is the youngest. The eldest decided to get into his head to start the rebellion, and basically took 2 or 3 towns with him. Basically, what's going on is everyone's in a stalemate because they don't want to attack each other. Because the third brother is basically just off in the mountains amassing military might in his own kingdom.
Fun.
Everything's sort of been split.
That's fair.
So, you want a fantasy Cold War, you're basically in one. It just doesn't look it because Caiceus is, actually competent at ruling. Unlike the other two who frankly can suck it.
You're not fair.
Like the one with the most military might should lead.
Percy just looks to us, just like, why?
You can't maintain authority without power.
You can with respect.
Yeah, but like, you gotta get are your enemies going to respect you without any military power?
I mean,
A king who-
considering how powerful Caesius is as a mage, I'm pretty sure they would. You ever see the man make a chimera? That's pretty damn impressive, especially when it's done on the spot.
Yeah, I have actually, and it made me want to cry.
Yikes.
That was in character, just to be clear.
Yeah, I know. Yikes. Well, regardless, let's not try and, poke them into fighting each other again. I don't need the paladins to have any more fuel to start a crusade on Mirandas, okay? Let's not have a crusade.
Agreed.
In my head, I'm just imagining that saying the word crusade has like a 25% probability chance that a Templar will pop his head through the window and say crusade.
I mean, you guys are being looked at by a group of individuals across the bar who are wearing like very silvery armor.
Oh no.
Alright. Just let me know if you actually know. I can direct you to where the Mages Guild is if you are interested. Or you can explore for a bit. I'll be waiting by the west gate, which is the gate that leads toward Loomis. For when you want to leave.
Out of character, can you repeat that last part?
Basically, she's gonna wait by the west gate for you guys. With a cart and like food supplies and stuff. If you guys need weapons or anything, she can also procure those on her way out. But basically, you guys are free to explore the city at your leisure.
That's fair.
Basically,
Sorry, I
Okay.
thought I heard a word that I thought sounded familiar, but
yeah, Loomis is one of the cities. Basically, this is not the entire country map. I'll post this in the Discord chat because it's the map that you guys need at the moment. But you guys are in Rune. No, don't open that tab. Okay, never mind. I'll do it when Discord stops loading because it's not wanting to load things. It takes like 10 minutes to load. Okay, here we go.
heckin' rip.
Discord's a heckin' rip. So, basically, you guys are in Rune, which is towards the bottom of this. You guys are heading to Loomis, which was kind of near the woods area. Don't mind all, like, the random, like, nonsense and jargon that's on there. Those all mean something, but, like, those are towns, like, landmarks, stuff like that. Basically, she's ready to leave when you guys are. So, have fun and explore, just do whatever. You guys could go look at the quest board if you're curious if there are any quests for the Gloaming Woods, though.
Something to possibly get a little extra money.
Is there like monkeys in the marketplace?
Why monkeys?
Monkeys.
Monkeys.
I'm confused and concerned as to why you're asking about monkeys.
I'm just looking for Aladdin.
You wouldn't find monkeys in the marketplace, but there is some Japanese, like some very Japan-looking spices and different goods. Like basically stuff that would remind you of home. Also, actual cat girls. There's cat girls here.
Everything that
Nice.
Jen would want.
Actually, looking around the city, you find a variety of races. Elves, cat girls, orcs, goblins, there's there's a couple, there's actually a couple, living, like, turtles wandering around that kind of, like, for Jin would probably bring to mind Uguay.
Roll to seduce.
Oh my god, dude.
Why?
Have you
Okay.
met Jin?
Fair. It's just, it's a turtle. I don't know. Basically, do you guys have anywhere in particular in the city do you want to check out before, like, you leave? Is what I'm
Yeah.
asking.
Is there a cafe?
There are a couple taverns around, but they all require money. Alternatively, though, a lot of you guys have, like, abilities of performance. One of you has a recorder, another one of you has, like, the ability to perform magic tricks. As the DM, I just have to say, I'm pondering why you guys aren't, you know, using that to make money.
Because I have a -3 in charisma.
Okay. What's Jin's excuse?
Yeah, what's
I
your
want to make
excuse, buddy?
Jonathan dance. I want, if we're putting on a show, I want Jonathan to be the dance monkey, and like I'll make him do spinning around tricks in the middle of the road and stuff, and I'll make him say ooh ah,
Must
ah,
use
and then
his like abilities to make me do shit.
I'll just tip my hat and I'll be like, please, I need to feed my monkey somehow.
Do jumping jacks and cartwheels.
Yeah.
What the hell? Anyway. Sorry,
What
brain
the
died.
fuck?
Yeah, that's a hell of a time to come back in.
I think we've all lost our sanity at this point.
Yeah.
We had sanity?
Anyone else?
I'm not much for shows. I'm sorry.
Thank God.
Is that why you gave up Trixie?
No, that's not the reason. You remember, I wanted to reapply for Trixie.
That's fair. Sorry, that was a bad joke. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Anyone have anyone anywhere serious they'd like to go?
Not really.
Mage Guild.
Alright. Everyone else in agreement about going to the Mages Guild quick?
I mean, if they want to go to the Mages his guild, I could go ahead and go check the quest board while they're doing that.
That's fair. Jonathan?
Um,
Mages Guild would have inventors and stuff.
I will go with them. Yeah. Jonathan, go.
Alright. You guys hop over to the Mages Guild. Interestingly enough, the Mages Guild is actually part of the palace. But basically what you guys are told by the guards there is some form of magical prudence is required to enter. You need to
I'll be
prove it
right. I am
Alright.
going to be right back. Because I need to change my connection here.
Right. I'll wait for Jonathan to finish my sentence then.
Also, did
Okay,
anyone
there we
else
go.
change their outfit for this? Percy did. I already not drawing him.
Oh my god, I have over...
You have over what?
I have like
10,000.
over 800 ping here on this voice chat. What the hell?
Oh!
Basically my ping...
9,000.
No, 800 ms. My bar's in the red. I don't know why. Oh, if I go to this connection, it's better. What the hell? Can you all still hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just very confused.
You're
Like,
all good.
just good. Okay.
Alright. So, basically, you guys get told by the guards, alright, we don't know either of you. You have to prove some form of magical aptitude before we let you in.
Jin.
Jin,
Whoa, buddy.
Jin waves his hand and he says, "We are the magical adept people you're looking for."
Okay. Are you going to do anything with that?
She's gonna wait and see how they react. No, he didn't actually do anything.
You do watch one of their eyes kind of start, like, glow a little bit as they cast something. So, if you're going to try and use enchantment magic on us, you are going to actually have to cast a spell.
Okay.
Rip.
He's
Fucking called out.
Jonathan would go up to Percy and just whisper into their ear and just be
Percy's
like,
not with you
I'm guessing
guys.
his. Oh, they're not.
Percy's
Oh.
at the quest board, my dude.
Oh well, I didn't know that. You guys cut out from me.
There.
Rep.
okay. So
Okay.
then Jin takes it on himself and he takes a step back and he starts like he squints his face really hard and starts rubbing his temples and then he does he sends a telekinetic message to the guard saying, "This is really hard."
Mm-hmm. The guard kind of looks at him funny, but just sighs and goes, alright, you may proceed.
Jonathan.
I guess I'm
Also,
next, huh?
Yep. Unless, of course, you're with him, but he's not a guild member, so we can't exactly, permit someone to go in with him.
Rip. Jonathan don't know magic. He's fucked.
Dude, try and make something up. They'll believe anything. It's a fantasy world.
Oh my god, dude.
I will show you the magic of my my cannon here. He loads a cannon up with a paintball and shoots it into the sky.
Well, I need you to roll me a reflex save. That paintball will eventually come down.
Okay. Oh no, it's a 2.
No! You gotta go like ta-da, and as you do, it just splats straight on the center of your head.
This man is magical. We should let him in.
The guard looks at him and just goes, I mean, if you got some artifice that you're looking to sell or, present to the council, you should have just said so. And just lets him in.
Fair enough. Jonathan goes in with Jin.
Well played,
while
dude.
these two
Totally worth.
while they're doing all like mage guild stuff, I may go eat because I'm hungry.
That is fair. This may take a bit.
Yeah.
So I'll go eat in the meantime. I'll be back.
What does the inside look like?
I
It
don't
is
know, but
actually a well-decorated library.
is there a mimic chest inside the guild?
There doesn't seem to be a mimic in here now. That you know of.
Jonathan, I want you to go around and open every chest you see.
You what? No. How about no?
It's a good idea. Just start looting the castle like it's a game.
One
We're
of the other
inside it.
mages just looks over at you guys and goes, I see you've encountered mimics before as well. I can assure you, I run through this place daily myself.
I have a question out of character. Is it that mimic we're talking about? One specifically from Dark Souls?
Yeah, definitely.
Doc?
Mimics do exist in D&D. The mimics Though I'm more fond of the door mimics, frankly.
I'm pretty fond of the mimics from DS because A, if you open the chest, you'll get bit, and it's a cool animation. B, if you just hit them, when they activate, them standing up on them really long legs is just so creepy.
It honestly is.
I am not going to randomly open chests inside of the guild here. You can forget about that.
So my buddy here is trying to learn how to make potions. Who should he talk to?
I mean, we don't do classes exactly. Most people here are sort of required to learn. An alchemist looking for apprentices would be a good place to start. We've got a couple of them around. You could easily ask the secretary if anyone's looking to find someone, a new apprentice, though, I'll be quite honest, we kind of running low on alchemists and artificers at the moment. Not really a profession many people decide to go into. If your friend really wants to, it's an honorable profession. It's just, I don't know. Up to them. Just like, this seems to be like one of the guys who's just hanging around. But
Okay.
do note, there is a woman that is sitting at the center desk. If anyone knows who this character is, I apologize, but this is the only tiefling art I have on hand at the moment. Plus, you know, it makes sense. There's just like a tiefling lady sitting there. Just, you know, like writing in a journal. Or doing some sort of writing work, I should say.
Jonathan, go hit on her.
Oh boy.
No, I'm not going to. I just. Jonathan is gonna get rejected hard. I'm just being honest with you. Did I
You
cut
alright?
out again?
Nope,
Yeah, for a second to me.
I heard you.
Okay. Hmm. Jonathan being an engineer, he's probably going to end up looking for something that is interesting to him.
Well, the thing about the front room is though there's books and stuff around, it mostly seems to be more like decorative. They don't tend to be, they're not like any books that could be used for magical learning. It's more like a collection of just, it's more like just a collection of generalized books that one would read when waiting in a waiting room. They use magazines instead of, like, books instead of magazines, just flat out, from what you can tell.
Ooh. Okay.
There are people who are going, you know, deeper into the area, to different zones that you can see that are past, like, the front, like, past the desk area. But it seems like most people are going up to this tiefling lady and, you know, showing her, like, proof of membership and then walking on through. She seems to, you know, stop everyone that goes through. Or at
Would
least,
the
you know,
would the psychic paper work on these people?
there's only one way to find out.
Bro, Jonathan,
Only one way.
gonna go up there
Let's
and raise
try
that
the
psychic
paper.
and be like, "Hey, show me where all the cool stuff is."
Show him the paper. Yo, I have authorization.
Yeah, I'm totally a student. Now show me the goods.
Alright, so you guys walk up to her and she'll look up and go, hello. Hmm.
Greetings.
She kind of gives you two a very hard look. What can I do for you today?
Jonathan.
Out of character, what were we doing again? Our goal was to enter a school or something.
Your
You're gonna
goal
go up
was
there
to
and
check out the Mages Guild.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we had to show membership, I'm guessing.
Yeah, you didn't think that they'd actually have a secretary to check people over?
Rip. Jonathan looked at it. He was just like, "We're here to check out the Mages Guild."
Jen just stares at him, and he's like, I have no words to describe how I feel about that sentence. Where do you send telepath people?
Thanks for a bit. I mean, if you're looking to get membership, we do have open trials going on right now. Though it may take a few days to get all the council here to, organize that. Now, if you'd like to ask any questions, I could see if any of the council members are free to at least, give like a preliminary analysis of your capabilities.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Alternatively, we do sell like 1-day passes to the library for about a gold. Just note that you'll be restricted from any sections containing magical knowledge.
I mean, that's fine for me, but I mean, I don't know how Jen feels.
Let's go get the pre. Let's go get the preliminary.
Alright. Preliminary will give you access to the guild for about a day or so. Though you're gonna be escorted around by by at least a member of a decent ranking or higher. Or rather, of a full member or higher. So she types and does some stuff for a bit. So before I begin, since you two were let in, I do assume you both know how to use magic. Or one of you is a magician and the other is an artificer from the canon, I see.
Oh, Jonathan's not even attempting to hide the cannon. Oh.
We do have someone who does preliminary tests for the artifice and other such research divisions, so we do regret to inform you that they are not really part, that we do note that they are part of the guild. It is more or less something that we do more sidelined. The Artificers Guild is actually located downtown, so unless you're looking into enchanting objects, we're not really the place to go. Though we do offer enchanting services for a fee. If any particular invention you have needs assistance of a magical nature, we can also arrange an appointment to come over. If you do
Whispers
not
to
know
him,
how to do
and
such yourself.
Jen's like, "Hey, dude, why don't you just see if you can learn the fireball spell while we're here, so your cannon can shoot fireballs?"
I don't know about that, Jin. How would I be able to perform magic if I'm, not a whatever Jin is? Sorry, I kind of forgot. He's like a psychic or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
practically anyone is capable of using magic, it's just knowledge based. There are 3 steps to understanding spells. The first step is writing a spell down and, thinking up its components, wording, and gesturing, and figuring out how to channel the magic into those. And then what you gesture, word up, or whatever, and then what you make up or gesture will become the spell itself.
Jonathan has like the most confused face on. He's like, I don't know what that is.
Time to
Though if you
become a
are
magic
looking for
man.
us, though if you are looking for us to do some scroll work for you, we do sell scrolls for a small fee. So some more dangerous spells, such as the aforementioned fireball, do require a preliminary psych evaluation to make sure you're not going to, use them irresponsibly.
Jen, like,
He looks at
he does.
Jin.
He's like, "Don't worry, bro. It's that test."
I mean, if we're going through preliminaries, that would make sense. So do keep in mind that this is more, making sure you're not going to harm the city with such knowledges. I could see about getting one of the council members for the preliminary. Though, do keep in mind that they are all rather busy with their own things. So I will see if any of them are free at the moment.
Just
If no one is free, then you may have to come back in a couple days.
out of character, real quick. In all honesty, Jonathan is not a good fit for Mage's Guild. Okay, you can't do magic, as far as I know.
That is fair, but she did mention there is an Artificer's Guild, and she is more gesturing at Jin, who asked about the preliminaries.
That is fair. Jin is gonna have to go in by himself.
Yeah. Basically, I'll roll, so I did roll if one of the council is free. I'll roll a d6 for which one. Okay, so the 5th seat is free. That'd be the 5th member. So basically, you guys
Who's
are
the strongest?
I mean, the strongest member?
Oh yeah. The
See,
roughest, toughest.
the roughest stuff would really depend upon who you would think about. Most of the council aren't really known for the fact that are known for one type of magic or another. If you're thinking of the strong, though they are sort of the strongest in their particular expertise, I'd suppose in raw destructive power, then the master of the element, the elemental seat would probably be what you're looking for. Though in terms of political and overall, expertise with people, I'd honestly think that the enchantress would probably be the best one to go look at for that. Though the elementalist seat usually is used for sorceries rather than for magic of a true magical nature. Though I guess thinking further back, reasonably they all have equal amounts of power. They're just different in what they do with it. The one who has the most general knowledge, though is the strongest, would of course be Chryseis. Though, realistically speaking, being the king of a country, he doesn't have much time to expand his knowledges any further than he'd like.
Is
So,
she an evil enchantress?
I would not necessarily call her evil, though I do suppose that many people do have stereotypes against the Lawlands, especially with what's been going on recently.
Oh.
But I can assure you that she is perfectly safe. Though I do understand the prejudice surrounding the yokai in general.
Yokai?
She nods. She nods.
So, which one is the, who are we meeting?
Looks like the 5th seat is the one that's free at the moment. I'm looking through my Arion folder, give me a minute. Want to be free at the moment. There we go. I moved them back.
Wagging.
Why? I'm not sure if their shenanigans work if, like, stuff is gone. So... Well, the 5th seat is the one who's free at the moment, so that would actually be... That would actually be the one that we have that is... Trying to think. Sorry. Above table, I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of my own, like, my lore and stuff. It's been a while since I've dug into this part of my brain. If I recall, that would likely be the elementalist, actually. He'd likely be the one free. So, looking at things, if you give it a few hours, I'm sure the enchantress's seat would be free if you're more into illusion and other similar forms of magic. Though
Is there a sorting hat?
Mm, I mean, not exactly. There's... Sorry, I don't understand that term.
You don't have a magical object that seems to the aptitude of those who wear it and can tell you where and who.
Yikes, Jin has gone robot.
Yep. Uh-oh. Jin is gone.
Rip. Jen.
Wag.
Swag indeed.
Indeed. This is like the most deflated D&D game I've ever been a part of.
Sorry.
So it's not your fault, I understand. I am kind of tired myself. I didn't exactly get a really good amount of sleep.
I think.
I mean, there's not much
Sorry.
for you to do it. The mage is skilled.
Yeah. Now your internet's back. Nice. So she'd kind of look over and go, 5th seat would actually be the Dreadlord Zagreus, believe it or not. I do suppose his testing strategies are a bit unorthodox. I could easily wait till someone who's more suited to your particular style of casting is around.
Dreadlord?
Well, Dreadlord or the Pale, I suppose.
What, is he dead?
He's not undead, though that's not for lack of trying. We really need to talk about that. He's a necromancer of a sort. One that many would refer to as a grey necromancer, someone who floats somewhere between the legal and legal lines. Though necromancy is not illegal in Glen, necromancy is not illegal in Rune, in particular, we do have heavy laws regarding the creation and keep and entrap enslavement of undead.
No, he'll be good. That sounds good. I don't mind a necromancer. I'm gonna ask him a ton of questions.
That's fair. Just do try and keep it to a minimum. I can lead you back to the preliminaries if you like. As for your friend, she'll write something down. This is the address of the Artificers Guild. I think it might be more your speed.
Oh yeah, totally.
Let's do it.
just word of the wise, don't let Haversham intimidate you too much. He's just overworked. I'm just looking towards Jonathan.
Okay. I will definitely try not to be intimidated.
So she'll actually lead Jin back to through the halls, and these halls are actually kind of interesting. You see a lot of students practicing conjuring various elements in different areas, or different people like studying and like collecting herbs or things from various plants. One thing you do know that they have around that'd be kind of intimidating is they do have a couple chimera around. You do observe people who walk around with these things. In particular, like stuff like winged cats or varying oddball-like creations.
Is this
No,
the
those.
stuff for the mage guild, or is this for the artificer?
Yes, this is for Mage's Guild.
Okay.
I'm gonna finish this up quick. Eventually you are led back into a room, and which I will switch over to Jonathan. Roll me a survival to navigate the city.
Survival. That is a 14.
It's easy enough to find with the directions. Internet is.
I don't know what Jin's saying.
Neither do I. Our internet has decided to leave us. Just
So I find the Artificer's Guild, right? Am I saying that right? Artificer?
Yes. This guild is a lot smaller than the other two. It's also a lot less busy. You find that it's actually run by a... I'll upload his file if I can find it. I lost the file for Zagreus, god damn it. Alright. My files are a mess. My files are a mess. I'm going to sing about how my files are a flippin' mess.
And back.
Welcome back.
So you'd find a small individual standing up on a desk. Did I move it to my desktop for easier access? Yes, I did. My past self is a genius.
Woo!
So, Haversham's image would actually be in this area. I also have to search through like a cajillion folders, so do not mind me. Where is Haversham?
I'm gonna go inside and talk to the guy at the front desk.
The guy on the front desk is this individual. Firstly, he is about 30 feet tall, and he is standing up on a stool that makes the desk go up to his knees. But he's standing over the desk, working on what appears to be some sort of very long since rusted mechanical limb or device. You can't really tell what it is. He's busy chiseling it out of a hunk of sandstone. Though it looks far more complicated than anything that you're used to dealing with, even in the 90s. And it seems to be etched with, faintly glowing runes. At least, runes of some kind. That seem to have, like, a glow that every so often as he's chiseling, like, he'll, like, chisel something, they'll light up and he'll, like, he'll get back, then he'll climb back up on the stool and resume chiseling. He seems, like, very paranoid of these things.
Throw a rock at it.
Good dude. He goes up to it. It's like, good evening. I've been sent here by someone from the Mage Guild because they seem to think that I am interested in the artificers stuff, and I am here to see
Well,
what you guys have.
I mean, technology for technology, mostly research components, things like that. I probably should step away from this thing while I'm talking. He actually hops down, and at this point you would notice his actual height. Name's Haversham. Is he old out of hand?
Name's Jonathan. He holds out his. They
He'll
shake
shake it.
hands.
About like shaking hands with like a younger kid, despite the fact of his like full beard and everything. So this is the Artificers Guild. Most of us are out on assignment at the moment, but we handle ancient technologies or other mysterious wacky things that pop up.
I definitely have mechanical stuff. He pulls out his cannon and shows him.
That's actually a nice piece of machinery. What's it do?
It shoots things. I have paintballs that I shoot.
So like the stuff on your head.
Yes. I trying to impress the guards at the Mages Guild area. I shot a paintball to the sky and it hit me in the forehead.
You know. Now we all make our mistakes with inventions. Misfires are common. Trust me. So, what? So we don't really have anything at the moment. At least not for stuff to do. Predominantly we work off a contract, so usually, we don't really have kind of an official thing. We just sort of call people in when contracts are needed, though. We can always add you to the list of contractors. So that means you get
That's
sent
fair.
out to build stuff for people.
Is there any memberships here at all? Something I can try out for?
The fact that you're able to build that thing and fire it is actually proof enough. Honestly. Just, don't go scaring people with it.
I definitely won't. Most of the stuff that I have is non-lethal and barely hurts anything.
Honestly, it's a smart way to do it. A lot of people don't give enough credit to, fighting without actually fighting. Pacifist man's approach to life will always be different than wielding a sword, but, it's an honest living. All I can do is get you into the contracts and you can sign up. But basically, we'll just, call you in if we need you. And right now, I don't really need anyone new. Though I do
Fair enough.
suppose, ever find yourself out in the Telvari Desert and find any stuff like this? He points to the sandstone that he's chiseling out. I could give you a decent bit of gold for bringing it back. Just, be careful of, everything that's in the desert. And
That's
even
fair.
the weather itself. Just, But they'll actually give you, one of these, sign-up sheets. It's basically like a long-winded contract, kind of like what you'd sign when, making inventions for a company that's, paying you to make something on commission. It basically states that when you're called, when freelance assignments comes up, you'll come in and do assignments for them, as well as, and you'll get funds that you can further your own research. Though,
out of character, sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you. Out of character, is there anything in there that Jonathan can learn? Like anything to craft? He's basically, I'm trying to look for more stuff for him to learn and craft.
Judging by the level of technologies these guys are at, anything in here has a very Magipunk vibe. And anything that is, technologically powered, if you look through it, Haversham will explain it's magically powered. So, there may be some understanding that you could get from working on the the Telvari tech that's in here. But, unfortunately, the only Telvari technology that's not, in pieces and doesn't work is, in the big hunk of sandstone he's carving out. Which is to say they have, like, maybe 1 or 2 gears and, you know, like, a full, complete arm in terms of the sandstone, but they don't have anything that's really worth note, or that they understand what it does.
Also, Jonathan's just not really able to understand it.
Well, it's not that he's not able to understand it. You're pretty much able to understand that this is like a robot. It's an arm off a robot. It's just,
okay.
since you're unfamiliar with magic, you're more electrical based. Even like you can understand from what you learned with your advanced your understanding of advanced technologies or futuristic technologies, that effectively this thing's designed to, you know, run off magical energy, but it's missing whatever, you know, provides that energy to it. But you're not really able to learn anything particularly useful, considering that magic doesn't work outside of the painting. Though it does, you know, give some interesting theories about how you could channel energy. It's nothing concrete enough. You'd have to find a complete one or look into this further.
Oh, I see.
Basically, this town is more or less meant for everyone to randomly start in and, like, get quest in. So there's not much here that, because basically, because you are from, like, the 1992 or 1990s, your
1995 specifically, yeah.
Yeah. Your understanding of technology is far greater than this gnome has probably ever seen. So, if anything, you could teach him how to, like, you could teach him some things. But you don't think there's anything you could learn from him. Because you've already surpassed
okay.
him.
That's fair, honestly. Being that he is an engineer, he could practically... Well, he won't be able to craft the stuff in here, but he could definitely get a good understanding of how they work and kind of craft a replica, essentially.
Yeah, you could easily craft a replica. It's just a matter of, well, how to power it without magic.
Just find a powerful battery, yeah, basically.
Fair. But
I will jot it down as basically he's looking at the stuff and getting ideas.
yeah. It gives you ideas, but you're not sure what these parts and bits and bobs are too. Because anything that'd be something you'd be interested in is, you know, the advanced and what they call advanced Telvari tech, and the Telvari tech seems like it's all either crusted over by sand, like you literally like go to pick one up and it just sand falls out of the thing. It's either covered in sand, rusted, buried so deep that it's basically calcified into sandstone. From what you can understand of the sandstone too, since it faintly like has a glow to it, Haversham explains that this happened because its own fuel leaked like the liquid they use to transport magic through these things. Basically the oil fell out of it, and the oil caused it to congeal into like a solid block of stone, basically.
Oh, okay.
So effectively, you need, as he explains, you know, there's more of the stuff in the Telvari Desert, but you'd need to, you know, but if you bring back any completed bits, he'd be really happy to see them. But as far as how they work, because of, you know, as far as how they work, that's still on, they're still trying to understand that.
I guess my next question is, can I ask him to craft things if I ever need it?
I mean, if you got the money or the material, sure.
So all I need to do is really just get more money, and then I can ask him to help craft me things.
Or you can leave the painting and craft things. Which is the other reason why I've said bluntly that you guys don't have to do this all in one shot. You guys can take breaks to go back to the TARDIS and do stuff. Otherwise, you're gonna have a butt trying to craft stuff. So,
Alright.
I will get to Percy next. So, Percy,
Alright.
you find that on the quest board are an interesting number of things. The first is a call to Arnstead for the Griffon hunt, for the Griffon mating season that's about to start up, basically explaining that, basically explaining the goal is to, you know, keep the Griffon population down and keep them out of farmers' fields. The idea is for every Griffon head that is returned, you get about 500 gold. For every Arc Griffon, it's 1,000. However, it is cited that you only get paid for two heads, or 2 heads or 1 Arc Griffon. You will not, like, you'll get paid for, basically, you get paid per head, but you can only turn in 3 heads. And apparently it is against the law to turn in more heads or to hunt more than just that amount.
Doc.
Yeah.
Advanced turkey hunting.
Kinda. Otherwise, as far as the Gloaming Woods goes, there has been a problem with a local colony of Spirali that have decided that they've wanted to get a little bit too adventurous. Basically, one of the citizens in Loomis has a lost mushroom person that, like, lost Spirali thing. You don't know what the Spirali is, but it just needs sent back to its... You just need to find its colony and bring it back to them. Basically, basically a child is lost. Please, if found, please return to Blake. Type deal.
Gotcha.
Wait, missing kid?
Missing Spirali. You don't know what a Spirali is, though. Percy doesn't know what the Spirali is, but judging by the picture of the little mushroom, you can assume it's a tiny mushroom person.
Oh no. What if it got picked and was eaten?
What the fuck?
It's a sapient creature, my guy.
See, that's what scares me. It's a little mushroom, right? You said it was small. Like, what if somebody who was, like, of larger size just thought it was a regular mushroom and, like, put it in their soup?
Why?
I don't know. It's what I imagined when you said little mushroom guy. I'm sorry.
So, apparently, someone wants, like, an adventurer to come over and escort them back to their colony in the Gloaming Woods.
Alright.
Finally, there is a quest out for, anyone, like, looking for, a call out looking for any able-bodied adventurers willing to investigate a group of dragons that have started nesting in the Gloaming Woods. There are concerns from nearby villages that the three adult dragons will start causing a lot of problems. It's been specified that the colors of these dragons are two black dragons and a red. Being chromatics, it has led everyone to be very cautious. Yeah. A resident druid in the wood a resident druid has been keeping an eye on them, but they do not want to rely on the druid forever.
Understandable.
Basically, the dragons that Eris is chasing at. Basically, like the dragons, the hope is not to kill the dragons, they just want someone to be a diplomat to understand what the dragons are doing and kill them if necessary. Though it explicitly states, kill if necessary. If the dragons are found out to be killed unnecessarily, then there will be consequences for whoever killed them.
Alright.
Because above table in this campaign, if dragons are just vibing and they're not causing problems, slaying them does classify, like, for this world at least, from what you gather, Percy, I'll just say this in character. From what you gather, since there is actually a note tacked to the bottom of this, there's cause on these things, they seem to have little side notes about the quest. For example, the Spirali has the side note that his name is that the Spirali's name is Leaf, and they are this particular type of Spirali. And for the dragon, it does cite notice to all adventurers, remember that killing a dragon that is not doing anything harmful is still considered murder and will be, punished legal, and you will be tried for murder by law.
Okay. So we could literally take on all three of these because we're already heading towards the dragons. Griffin hunting sounds like fun. Though low key kind of want to tame one, but you said that it wasn't able to do. You're not able to tame them if they're already adults.
Yep.
And I mean, let's help find missing child.
Well, the child's not missing. Someone has the child. It's just the child needs to be taken back to their parents.
Oh.
Because the child's already missing. It's just they found a lost child has been found.
Gotcha. Yeah. We could take it back.
I will say I'll write the reward money down for these in Hukru.
Okay. So.
It is noted that the Griffon hunting is more a generalized quest. It's not one that you can pick up.
Nah, I figured.
Yeah. So, I assume you'd go back up to the desk, lady.
Yeah.
Alright, we can easily take those off your hands. You can easily take those. Also, I saw you learning about the Griffin hunt. Since you're a newer adventurer, I do have to give you this warning. Firstly, most Griffins hurt a lot.
Understandable.
A lot of people underestimate them, and we've had plenty of new adventurers lose heads or limbs because they've underestimated their claws or their beak or whatever other part of a griffin.
I mean, I tend to stay pretty far away, so they'd have to catch me first. Just Pat's bow.
Okay. Second thing, on the Arc Griffins. Arc Griffins have magical abilities that are not common to regular Griffins. They are capable of ripping through magical defenses, including adamantine and other types of armor. Do keep that in mind.
Alright. Is there any way to specifically tell the difference? That way.
Arc Griffins will be black. Pure black or white, not a color in them. Likewise, they'll look more akin to owls than they will eagles.
Owl character, you're making me really want to tame one of these fuckers.
I mean, why would you tame it? You can't leave the painting with it.
I know. It makes me sad.
Last but not least, though you can go ahead and do this, since a lot of adventurers do. We also, just so you know, in order to make sure they aren't completely wiped to extinction, we'd ask that you please do not kill any griffins beyond the initial mark. They are easily chased away with smoke bombs or any form of illusion magic that makes fog, or just a simple arrow or two will sometimes be enough to deter them.
Alright. Sounds good. I'll keep that in mind.
Alright. As far as these other two quests, do your best. In terms of the dragon quest, just like I said, like the notice said, make sure you read the note on that one.
Trust me,
Also,
weapons are planned to be away for that unless they strike first.
You nod. Also, as a quick reminder about the nature of dragons, or any thieves you have in your party, if you steal their gold, in particular, dragons do have the ability to magically tell where their gold went and who stole it. So, we cannot promise your safety if someone does something stupid.
I'll keep that in mind.
So, keep an eye on everyone. This is meant to be diplomacy. But I'll still nod.
Will do.
But with that, she'll like stamp the 2 quests and hand them to you.
Much appreciated.
Oh, right. I almost forgot these. And she'll hand over 3 ivory necklaces. These are guild rank necklaces. They're ivory, so they're tiny, new, and like you guys.
That's
Just
a nice way of looking at it.
if you guys come back after this, I can explain the ranking system more, or another guild hall can. Just please be careful to not take on anything. Just also, if you place them on the table, and she places one on the table, it spins around and then points towards it actually points up like straight up towards a rune on the door of the building. It's like more like above the door. These also serve as compasses if you guys get lost. That way you can come back to the nearest guild hall. She'll put it back onto papers. And
Perfect.
slide them up then.
I'm gonna just put this in my inventory.
Yep. But with that, you'd be sent to head out. And now we get to Jin.
Also, I did a thing.
Hold up.
Swag.
Where is the Hookru?
I need to go take the dog out really quick. I will be right back.
I drew the boy.
47 necromancer.
Yes.
I drew boy. I'm happy. I think I may have gotten a little busy with the armor. Oh well.
I don't speak Latin.
What? Neither do I.
I'm Han Solo, yeah, Han Solo. I'm Han Solo.
The fuck are you doing, my dude?
I'm reading your drawing.
Hans. What does my
Dude,
drawing?
I like that he has you could have like a keychain on his armor there. That's kind of cool to me. You see the one cufflink in his armor there?
Yeah, that's there
Dude,
for a reason.
you could decorate anytime Percy wants to carry something there. That looks like a perfect place.
Yeah. Something I tend to try and do with designs is I try to leave lots of loops and chains and pockets and stuff. That way you can hang stuff. But now, in all honesty, this is actually probably what he will have worn into the painting.
Is that what Percy looks like?
Yeah.
Currently, yes.
I wonder what Jonathan looks like.
I'm still
Han
working on
Solo.
him.
Han Solo.
You know, that's just what he looks like currently. I mean, I've shown you guys what he normally looks like, right?
Yeah, a horse, right?
No. Have I never shown you guys what he looks like before?
You may have posted a picture before. I'm not 100% sure.
I mean, I think I saw the nude.
I doubt you saw the nude. I did not post that in here.
I'm joking.
There we go. There's Percy with the fox ears.
Wolf
Or the
ears,
wolf
but
ears.
yes.
Not
Yeah,
fox ears,
right. There
wolf
was
ears.
one to post.
Yeah,
And
that
they
was
had
the
the
one I did
mask
for
on.
Masquerade Ball.
I don't know. I kind of like this image of Jonathan. Not really Jonathan, but an image of Heisenberg as Jonathan's costume. It's way too fitting. my god, the dancing Dalek.
Wasn't that the best part?
No, it's just a Dalek that is animated wrongly. Like, it's cursed.
I just realized, would his hair be long enough for a braid?
See if he's been stressing out a bunch, possibly.
Oh,
Yeah.
hi, welcome back.
Boy. So. Jin!
Yo, what's up, dude?
Alright, where'd my thing go? I need to make sure my art supplies are all in order quick. So you'd be taken back by the secretary lady after a bit. And led into a room. Or rather, correction, you were already in a room. And the door opened to this room, and you'd find an individual sitting, just kind of like standing, like, just not standing. If my brain could, like, function, sorry. I went outside in 27 degrees weather with just my shoes on.
Why would you do that,
I
hun?
was wearing, like, so, yeah. No, I was wearing clothing. Like, I just had, like, I didn't have a jacket on, is what I meant.
I zoned out for a split second, and I came back to that. Hun, is there something you want to tell me?
No, I just went outside without a jacket on, and it's like 27 degrees out. My
Why
brain
would
is a
you
little bit
not
frozen.
Why would you not put a jacket on, hun?
Because it's cold and it feels good.
Oh dear.
To be fair, I also understand. I also don't do that, like, if it's really stupidly cold, but I don't consider 27 degrees stupidly cold. I am like that college student that runs around in
The
shorts.
hell do you mean? I consider 60 degrees flipping cold.
Agreed.
60 degrees
Well,
is warm.
Well, 50 degrees is more cold for me. I can handle from 60 to 70.
I'm from
60 to
Florida.
7 is... Yeah, 60 to 7 is considered ideal dwelling temperature for me.
Agreed.
I
I cannot
anyway.
deal below 60.
I mean, I can deal with below 60. I just don't want to tent camp in, like, negative 40 again. That was pain.
Oof.
Yeah, wake up in the morning to that. That's always fun. So, you enter this room, and, it's actually very... It's basically, it looks to be like a set-up, training area with, like, a, stone floor and, a couple things littered around for different magical casting supplies. I'll send a picture of the guy that's, like, kind of vibing in there. What should be this individual? Don't mind the expression and shenanigans. Unlike most mages you see around, he does actually have on him a weapon. He has a sword.
Why does that guy look like Link?
What happened to his sword?
Oh, it's a regular sword. It's just a sword.
Oh. The sword in the image looks like it was just broken or something.
Yeah. In particular, this is a very interesting, like, it's a very standard looking sword, though it does have, like, some runing and differing things along it.
Hey, mister, can you help me become a level 47 necromancer?
Are you actually saying that?
Yes.
Oh my god.
And being completely serious with me?
Yeah.
He looks very confused.
I want to learn the dark arts of summoning an army of zombie brides.
Necromancy doesn't exactly do things like that. Unless you maybe you're a lich or something, but... He looks very despondent.
How do you become a lich?
That's not knowledge people are allowed to know.
Oh.
He thinks for a bit. You aren't one of the individuals of that one particular cult, are you?
No. I only worship John Cena.
Hmm. You act like a particular individual's cult.
He's like, he scratches his head. He's like, what cult?
Never mind. Just there's a particular god out there that has a very interesting following. So I'm supposed to do a magical aptitude test with you, which basically means I'm supposed to understand how you act magically and whether or not you'd be a good fit for the guild.
Oh, okay.
Now, the thing is, I can't do a full member approvalship without the entirety of the council's permission, or without them all, giving a demonstration. But I can see if you are, worthy of, see if you're at least worthy of their time.
He nods and he's like, alright, well, how do we start?
Well, just tell me what you can do. There's plenty of
Um,
catalysts or different things around if you need them.
He looks around the room. He's like,
There's like wands, varying crystals, like herbs, herbs components, just kind of like along the wall.
he's looking around. He goes up to, I guess, one of these crystals and he's like, how do these things work exactly?
I mean, it's a magical focus. You channel your energy through it.
Alright.
Jonathan, are you asleep?
No, I'm right here. What's up?
Nothing. I just heard sounds.
Does it sound like snoring?
A little.
I
He
mean,
grabs,
sorry, go ahead.
he grabs a crystal and he's like, um, Avada Kedavra. He's like trying to focus on it. Doesn't know what he was doing at all, though.
Hmm. Alright. I'll kind of look at that and go, if you don't use foci, then there are other ways to do things. But if you're interested in classes on actually how to use such things, we do have them. It's just they are, cost required.
Maybe after we complete some guild quests, then.
I think it might be wise to come back, yes.
You know,
Basically, he will, basically escort Jin out, if that is the desired course of action here.
yep.
So,
Let's get the. I was gonna say, let's see what everybody in the party's doing to see if we can reconvene.
well, I mean, you guys are supposed to go meet Eris at the West Gate.
I
I assume everyone would meet up at the West Gate.
Yep.
Alright. And I know we haven't been going for long, but when you guys do meet up at the West Gate is where I'm gonna call it.
Alright.
And it seems like everyone is sort of tired tonight, so.
You
And
okay?
I've gotta get up early for stuff. I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm
we
not
can
gonna
call
lie,
after
I
if
am
you'd
kind
like.
of tired, so.
If you'd like, but I think it'd be best just to end it early, since again everyone seems a bit tired.
That's fair. Do you have to go afterwards, or?
Nope,
Alright.
I can join in a call for a bit if you'd want.
Sounds good.
So I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Alright,
Gonna end the
Alright.
stream now. Have a good night, y'all.
Peace.
Good night.